Greetings, beautiful souls. I hope you've been well and all is well in all your ways. Welcome to Mindset Change with your sister in prosperity, Carol. Change your thinking, change your life. Now, I hope you've been well and you're still taking good care of your mental health, because we agreed our mental health should be our first priority. Because now you know your mindset is everything. And that is the information that was hidden from us by the Kali Yuga system, the Roman Empire system, and the Babylon system. These systems of the world which are ending. Because they knew the moment as Africans we will know about our mindset, game over. Game over. Because our mind is everything. Okay, so always take good care of your mental health and make your mental health your first priority, so that you can be able to change your life. Change your thinking, change your life. As a man thinketh, so is he. Okay, those are not my words. They were spoken by our ancestors in 1913, because they knew as a man thinketh, so is he. Okay, so now you know you become whatever you think, because your thought create your emotions, and your emotions create your life experiences. See the way life is simple. Life is so simple, but now lack of knowledge and ignorance is our problem, Africans. Okay, but now we are in the age of Aquarius, the bigger age, the golden age, where we are taking our power back from the Roman Empire system and from the Babylonian systems. Okay, the systems of the world are coming down. Okay, so welcome aboard. Now our topic today is today I'm teaching you a very sensitive topic, because I have realized when so many people die, when the body dies, because I told you your true identity is that you are a soul, a spiritual being of light, and a soul does not die. Only your body that dies and withers, but your soul continues with the journey. That is why it's called the journey of the soul. A soul is called a cosmic traveler, because a soul, it's either on earth or it is in the spiritual realm, the heavens. But a soul can never die. It can only transcend, because a soul is energy. Okay, you are a soul, a spiritual being of light and love, made of energy. Okay, and energy cannot die or destroyed. Energy can only be transformed to another form, but energy can never die. And once you crack that code to life, game over. Because life is a game, you only need to know how to play it and win it. Okay, so from today, know you are a soul, a spiritual being of light and love. And a soul is eternal, a soul is immortal, a soul never dies. A soul will always be on the journey of the cosmos, either on earth or in the spiritual realm, but it will never die. And once you get that, game over. Nothing will ever scare the hell out of you in this physical realm, because now you know your true identity is a soul, and a soul is eternal, and a soul is immortal. Okay, let's start. Now our topic today is what happens to our souls after our body dies. Okay, because the reason why I decided to make this video is because so many people, after they die, they are becoming earthbound spirits, or after they die, they are coming to disturb the people who are their relatives or their friends who are spiritually awake, telling them to help them. And we tried so hard to help you while you are alive, but you ignored us. Because now the problem is so many people do not know that life is eternal. Your soul is eternal, and your soul is your true identity. Your soul is everything. Okay, the day you crack that code to life, I am telling you, all your suffering will be over, because now you know there's a bigger picture of life. Okay, this is just a body. A body is just a vehicle to help your soul navigate in this physical realm. Because I always tell you that matter is heavy. Matter is what has made the earth. It's heavy. And your soul is love and light, is energy. That is why you are given a body. So because a body is made up of matter, and a body will be able to host or to carry the soul, but your true identity is the soul. And if the soul and the body detach, that is when your body dies. Yeah, okay. Now you have heard that your soul will never die. It will only be transformed to another form. Now, let me give you an example so that at least you can understand where I'm coming from. You remember the day we had Gen Z Mandamanos? There's a lady who never. Okay, there are so many people who never went home because they were killed by the system, and their bodies were dumped in Kware site. And now people, because they did not know, now people kept on searching for their loved ones. Yet their loved ones were killed and they were dumped in a dump site. Guess what? As one of the sisters of the people who were dumped in the dump site came as a soul now, as a soul, to tell the sister and the other relatives that she's feeling cold because she's in a dump site, Kware. But now the problem is the relative could not understand. In fact, they went into panic mode because they could not understand how can, because the sister is telling them she was killed, but she can still talk. You see, because people do not know their souls, spiritual being of light. You see, lack of knowledge. Lack of knowledge is something bad. Now this sister came for like 2 weeks non-stop. She repeated the same message, but now the relatives and the other sisters could not understand what is happening. They were just going to other places to look for their sister, yet their sister is coming each and every night to tell them that she's in a dump site. In fact, she was describing Kware vizuri sana. She was describing Kware. Everything, even the police station, everything. But now the relatives could not understand, because they could not understand how can she say she's dead yet she's talking. You see, this is lack of knowledge which we are trying to wake you up from, so that you can keep up with the speed of how the universe works and know the secrets of the universe, which were hidden from you by religion. That's why we tell you religion is a scam. You need to practice spirituality from your ancestors, because our ancestors knew this. Even if these sisters or these relatives could have called their grandmother, the grandmother could have noted what the dead sister wants to say, because she knows. She knows how the system works. Okay. Now, after some time, because now they saw the sister is persisting, that is when they went to a police station and told, but the police ignored them. That is when they went to the media. At least the media were so, because the media people are always curious. They took them to Kware. That is when the police caught their attention. And I'm telling you, when they went to Kware, they found so many bodies like this. Okay, just because of that brave soul that decided to talk, because a soul can talk, a soul can communicate, because a soul before. Okay, now the problem is because so many people do not know their souls. When a soul dies, a soul stays next to its body. Okay, a soul can even stay next to its body for centuries and centuries, because it has no idea what is happening to it. Okay, that is why we advise people, if you know you are a sleeping soul, you have not woken up to life after death, do not dare write on your will you be cremated. Because when you say you be cremated, now you see, you left a will and you told people to cremate you. Yet your body died and your soul is still around, because a soul is eternal. Now guess what? When your body is cremated, I am telling you, because that time there is something called the silver code. A silver code is something that connects the soul and the body. Okay, because by that time, because that somebody was asleep, they don't know about their life after death. They was asleep kabisa when they were on earth. Now their silver cord is still attached to the body. Now the soul can feel every pain that the body is feeling. The soul can feel the pain. Now if you left a will and said you be cremated, guess what? Your soul will feel that pain. I'm telling you, your soul will feel that pain, kabisa. That pain will torment the soul. And that is when some people usually become earthbound spirits because of the torment the soul has gone through, because they said they be cremated. Or a soul after a greasy accident, the soul is still connected with this silver cord to the body after the accident. Now when the body is dead, but the soul is still, because the soul is still alive, the soul will feel the pain, all that pain the body is feeling. Because of the accident, the soul will feel everything. Just because the soul has not gone anywhere, the soul is just following the body around because it's not understanding. It's like now, if in fact the soul is trying to call the body, but the body cannot hear, because the body, when the soul was on earth, you didn't have this information that there's life after death. Now you see, we usually bring ourselves so many stress, so many anguish because of lack of knowledge. Because now your soul is really tormented, because whatever the body is feeling, because the silver cord is still intact, like this is still intact. Now the soul is feeling each and every pain the body is experiencing, because that connection is still there. Okay, now we know very well, when a body is dead, it should not feel anything. But when the soul is still intact to the body, that silver cord is not yet cut. The soul will feel everything. Okay, I know the soul will try to talk to call the body, but now the body won't wake up because the body is dead. Now you see, we really give our soul a hard time because of lack of knowledge. That is why we are telling you, know thyself. Okay, know thyself from a soul level. Know you are a spiritual being of light and love, and you are energy, and everything is energy, and energy is everything, and a soul never dies. Okay, only your body that will die one day, but your soul will continue with the journey to the afterlife dimension. Okay, that is why we are telling you to follow us, those people who have awakened, so we can teach you what happens behind the scene. We can teach you what happens after your body die and your soul goes to the ether, because you don't go to the afterlife dimension immediately. You okay, those people who are awakened, they can go to the afterlife immediately, because now they know their way. They know that the body usually dies, but the soul continues with the journey. Now, and those people usually vibrate high, so it will be so easy for them to vibrate themselves to the second astral. Because I told you, the first astral is where the entities of this world, the rulers of this world, are. Those entities that usually bring sleeping souls back to earth, the law of reincarnation of souls. They are called gatekeepers. They trap the soul back to the earth, and they look for you a body, and then they will get you a body of the frequency that you are vibrating at when you are on this earth, because of the spiritual laws. Like energies attract like energies. So you see, these laws applies here on earth and in the spiritual realm. These laws don't end, because like energies attract like energies. Now they will look for you a body which will match your frequency. That is why we are telling you, raise your vibrations, so that even if your soul will decide to come back, at least now you will have a good life, and you will attract good parents because of your vibrations, because you attract who you are as a soul, and you do not get what you want. So you see, if you are vibrating low, you will attract low vibrating parents who will torment you again. But if your soul was vibrating high, you will attract positive parents who will teach you, at least parents who will make you wake up and will advance you as a soul. Because when we come here as souls, we are spiritual being of light who came to this physical realm to grow and evolve, so that to grow and evolve. So we came to play human beings experiences so that we can grow, our soul can grow and evolve. And if a soul does not grow, it will repeat its soul lessons, because there is no shortcut in the spiritual realm. So you see, I'm telling you, we have a lot to do while we are in this earth, because most of us, okay, most of human beings are asleep, and when they die, they usually come back here again, the law of rebirth. Now they are like they are stuck in the wheel of karma. Death, birth, rebirth, death, birth, rebirth. You keep on coming back. So that is why I always tell you, some people, some souls are even 2 million years, because they are not getting their soul lessons. They are not ascending to higher realms of consciousness. They are just, when they die, they come back. Or when they die, they become outbound spirits, because their soul did not know that there is life after death. Okay? Now, this is what the church should be teaching people. Okay, but now these churches, they preach about the prosperity gospel. Where will prosperity gospel take you? The Son of God said, seek the kingdom of God first. The kingdom of God is here, and everything else shall be added unto you. When you seek the kingdom of God first, when you know thyself from a soul level, you seek the kingdom of God first, the I am that lives within you, the material things will be added unto you automatically. Okay, the way Elijah was fed by the birds, that is how God will feed you automatically, because you first seek the kingdom of God first, and everything else shall be added unto you. But that is not how the legion usually teach people. The legion, they are gatekeepers. They want to, because they are from this system, the matrix, the Roman Empire, the Babylonian Empire. They just want to use your energy, because I told you energy is currency. To the beast system, energy is currency, and they use your negative energy to prosper themselves. That is why they want to trap you here in this physical realm, so that you will always be asleep as a soul, and you won't know anything. And when your body dies, your soul will come back, or your soul will be as an earthbound spirit soul. So you see, because it won't ascend to the Father, it will just stay there on the ether, or it will take another rebirth, the law of reincarnation of souls. Okay, that is why you guys will need to wake up, and wake up in large numbers, so that we can end this this cycle of death, birth, rebirth. We can also end this cycle of becoming earthbound spirits, because now you don't know what happens after your body dies and your soul goes to the afterlife dimension. Okay, I'm telling you, us, because we have opened our spiritual eyes and our spiritual ears, I'm telling you the things we see. That is why I decided to make this video, because the things we see, they are terrible, because people are asleep spiritually. They really suffer after death. They really suffer after death. There are so many souls that are earthbound spirits. You usually hear people saying that Niliona ghost. Those are earthbound spirits. People who are stuck because they did not know that there is life after death. Okay? Now they are still hovering around. Hovering around because they don't know where to go. And you know, when you are in the ether, because there's earth, and there's ether, and now there's the first astro and there's second astro. Now they are in between they are here on earth, they are here on the ether. You see, they are between worlds. It's called between worlds. They are just here on the ether. And now here in the ether, we don't have spirit guides to come and help you. We don't have archangels or angels to come and help you, or your guardians, or your maybe relatives. We don't have. The only place you will get your guardian angels is from the second astral. Or if your soul will be lucky enough, you'll be able to trace somebody who can hear in the spirit or can see in the spirit, and you talk to them, and they'll be able to help you, so that they can help you ascend. Either you take another rebirth, or they will tell you how to ascend to other realms of consciousness. Okay? That is why you need to be so alert, because so many souls are stuck in the ether. It's called the ether. it's called the earth, the universe between. This is earth. Now the ether is here. So now after the ether, that is where we have the first astro. Then after the first astro, we have the second astro. We go. There are so many astros, or so many dimensions. In my father's house, we have so many mansions. That is what Yeshua tried to tell you, but people did not get what Yeshua was saying. That's why he said, I've gone to prepare mansions for you. Those are galaxies, realms, and dimensions, and other universes. There are so many things that happens in the spiritual realm. Okay, now you see. Now that is why you need to wake up to this information, so that your body, so that when your body dies and your soul goes to the afterlife dimension at the ether, it won't get lost there, it won't be tormented, it won't have a very hard time, and it won't be an earthbound spirit just because of lack of knowledge. Okay, that is why we are trying to tell you what happens after death, because death is not your last destination. You are a soul, a spiritual being of light and love. I will do another video to teach you the stages of the soul. Okay, so that now you can be able to free yourself from the wheel of samsara, or the wheel of the law of reincarnation of souls, so that you can stop taking death, birth, rebirth, death, birth, rebirth. You can free your soul, or liberate your soul and free your soul from this realm. Okay, because we don't have to keep on coming back here to learn our soul lessons. No, the only thing we need to do is to remember. To remember who we are. We are spiritual being of light and love. And I'm telling you, when you remember who you are, I am telling you, there's no way you'll come back here. You'll be able to ascend yourself to the higher realms of consciousness. Go ascending until the day you'll get to the Father. Okay, so now from today, know that death is not your last destination. You are a soul, a spiritual being of light. A soul is eternal, a soul is immortal. There is so much that happens after death, and because of lack of knowledge, people usually go through hell. Souls usually go through hell because they have no idea where they are going and where they are coming. They try to call the body, because it takes long before the silver cord is cut. Even a soul, even there are some souls that their silver cord was never cut. That is why they became earthbound spirits. Those people who say that I saw a ghost. They are those people who died and they were not able to cut the silver cord. Now, because the body is still attached. Now, even if the body has become a skeleton, the body is still attached to the soul. Because that person does not know there is life after death. They don't know they are a soul. They are just there. Okay? You see, now that is why we are teaching you what happens behind the scene, and what happens to your soul after your body dies, so that you won't go to be confused in the afterlife dimension, so that you'll be able to penetrate here on the ether. Because here on the ether, after the earth, on the ether, that is where so many souls are bound, because they have no idea what happens after the body dies. Okay, and now if they still don't know that some people on earth can hear them, they will just stay there on the ether being tormented. Okay, until the day now maybe an angel will be sent or something will happen, so that that soul can be freed. But there are so many souls that have stayed there on the ether for centuries and centuries of years. You see, so you are the one to, that is why we are telling you the power of this present moment. You are the one to create the life you want. In this lifetime, in your future, in your past lifetime, correct your mistake. In this present moment, in your future lifetime, if you will come again, or if you will ascend to higher realms of consciousness, also prepare now. You are here by you raising your vibrations, because everything is energy and energy is everything, and your vibrations will be the one to help you on the first astral, because when you are vibrating high, you will bypass the gatekeepers. Because we have gatekeepers in the first astral, those people who trap the soul and bring it back here on earth. But if you are vibrating high, you'll be able to bounce to the second astral. In fact, those gatekeepers won't dare touch you because of the way you're vibrating. Your aura nimoto, huh? Your aura is fire. They won't be able to touch you because you are vibrating at 1000 Hz. You see, that is why we are telling you, know thyself from a soul level, from a core level, so that you can free your soul from so many hardships, so many anguish, so many torments. Because once you are here and you are asleep, your life is you are only attracting hardships. Once you die, it's either maybe you won't be able to ascend, you'll be here on the ether, as an earthbound spirit. Or if you be able to penetrate to the first astral, the gatekeepers will bring you back here on earth. So you see, now if you don't want all those negative things to happen to you, start your work now. Now. At this present moment, start working on yourself. Become a truth seeker. Start healing your soul. Start healing your soul so that your soul can heal your mind and body. So that your soul, mind and body, they can work together in agreement. Because when they work together in agreement, you'll be able to free yourself from the wheel of samsara, or the wheel of the law of reincarnation of souls. Okay, you'll be able to free your soul from so many torments, so many hardships, because hardships never ends. If you don't have knowledge, that is why we are telling you knowledge is power. And knowledge will always set you free. Because I'm telling you, if you don't have knowledge, you will suffer here on earth. And even after you die, you will still suffer. And maybe you'll be brought back here by the gatekeepers, and you'll still suffer again. Now your other journey, you'll always attract suffering, because you don't want to wake up to this knowledge that was hidden from us. The knowledge of our ancestors, our black Hebrews. They were very enlightened. Okay, so I hope now somebody somewhere got the concept. Okay, so that when you leave this earth, because nobody will stay in this earth forever, a time will come when your body will die and wither, but your soul will continue with the journey. At least now you have some concept. I've told you that everything you need to clear it here at this present moment, in this life you have. This is where you do all the work. This is where you do all your life push-ups, so that you can be able to free your soul from the earth-bound hardships and the spiritual realm-bound hardships. Because if you don't free your soul will suffer here on earth, and then when you die, your soul will also suffer in heaven. Okay, because everything is done here. You are your own rescue. Rescue yourself so that you'll be able to penetrate to other realms of consciousness. Because I always tell you, there are gatekeepers in the first astral waiting for you, so that they can bring you back here, the law of reincarnation of souls. And then, if your soul is unable to cut the cord, the silver cord, the silver cord is the cord of the information band between the soul and the body. Now, if you are a sleeping soul while you are here, your soul won't be able to cut that communication band. Now your soul will keep on hovering on your body. You see, you won't be able, because of the law of attachment. You are still attached to whatever you used to do while you are on this earth. You are still attached to the material world. Okay? Now that is how you'll become an earthbound spirit. And if you'll be able to ascend to the first astral, you won't be able to penetrate that first astral. The gatekeepers will be waiting for you to bring you back here on earth. And you keep on recycling. Same soul lessons, same soul patterns, same hardships, same everything. Okay, that is why you need to wake up to this spirituality of our ancestors, so that we can free our soul, we can liberate our soul, and we can attain the frequency that will help us to ascend to higher realms of consciousness from the second astral. Now there we will go clearing whatever small karmas we have left. We go clearing, until we get to where the Father is. Okay, now I hope somebody somewhere has learned something, and then I'll do another video so that I can enlighten you. Now when you get to the first astral, where you will find gatekeepers, Because those gatekeepers, if you are asleep, they will lie to you and they will bring you back here. Even if you're vibrating high and you don't know how the system works, they will still take advantage of your sleeping state and they will bring you back here. I will teach you how to know where to go, where your soul will go when you get to the first astral, where you will see the gatekeepers, so that you can be smart and outsmart the gatekeepers. They won't trap you. You'll be able to penetrate to the second astral. Yes, if I'm telling you, our ancestors, you know, the road that goes to the second astral, to the second heaven, so that you can be able to ascend to higher realms, is it's usually a spiral. And guess what? God showed us how the gate, which will, when our soul gets to the first astral, the gate it will follow. That gate is here. When you shave your hair, or you go look at your sons or your husbands or your boyfriends, those who have shaved their hair, go check their hair, their scalp is like this. That was a message to show you how the gate to the second astral, the second heaven is. It's a spiral gate where your soul is supposed to follow, so that you won't be brought back here by the gatekeepers. I'm telling you, all the answers. God gave us everything, all the answers to help us navigate in this physical realm, in this earth. But now the problem is these gatekeepers, these Roman empires, the Babylonian systems, they hid this information from us. Our ancestors knew how to navigate, and they knew that on top of our head, God showed us how we will find our way to the second heaven, so that we can be able to ascend to higher realms. It's on the top of our head, that spiral. Okay, I will teach you more about it, so that you can be able to free yourself, to free your soul when you get to the first astral, and the gatekeepers won't be able to trap your soul again and bring it back here on earth. Okay, now I hope somebody somewhere has learned something, and at least now we are waking up and we are now understanding the knowledge of our ancestors, because our ancestors, they were very enlightened. Those people were ahead of their time, because they used to hear and to see in the spiritual realm. That time their system was not that corrupted the way our system is so corrupt, and the information was hidden. Okay, but now we thank God, because God has opened our spiritual ears and our spiritual eyes. We can see beyond this realm, and we can be able to channel messages or download messages, and we can bring messages to you, so that you'll be able to free your soul from the laws of reincarnation of souls. You'll stop coming back here to suffer, because suffering is not your portion. You are only suffering because of lack of knowledge and ignorance. Okay, now that is all for today. Sending you all lots of love and light, and remember to subscribe to my channel today. Hit that notification bell, so that whenever I upload a video, you'll be the first one to know, and you'll always be one step ahead. You'll be ahead of your time. Okay, and nothing will ever scare you here on earth. Okay, nothing will ever scare the hell out of you, because now you know how to play the game of life and win. You are a winner. You are a conqueror. You are not a victim of your own circumstances. You are a victor. You are a conqueror. You are a hero. Okay, and we are in the age of Aquarius, where power is coming back to the people. You and I, the Black Hebrews, we are taking our power back through knowledge. Only knowledge that can set us free from these systems of earth. Okay, so take good care of yourself, and know you are always loved. So until next time, see you when you see me. Ciao.